Welcome back to the channel, guys. Slav Squad here. We got a garage full of pit bikes right now. Got the 190 project bike, the Pitster Pro X4, the one back there, and so many bikes. Got the Pitster Pro X2 with the 140 Piranha. We got the CRF50 with a 125 Piranha. This was our original project bike from the beginning of the channel. It's been sitting for a while. She's like the best wheelie bike out there. The only thing I don't like about this bike is how short the front forks are. But these forks are like, look at them, BBR front forks, triple clamps, BBR wheels. And boy, on his bike, he has the X4. He got some front forks because he thought his are broken. And they're like identical forks to this bike right here. But not this brand, just identical size. I had a wild idea of buying his forks off him because he doesn't need them. Putting on this bike, get some triple clamps. It's gonna be not very cheap, so I'm holding off for now. I need to get a new carb put on here because it had a bad carb. But to get some nice forks on there, then I'd have to switch out the wheels, front and back, both are BBR, or I can probably get like hubs, spokes, and all that. So that's just a little sneak peek for you guys. Probably coming in the future. This bike is solid. The front forks is the one thing I don't like, how short they are in the front, and it just feels, I don't know, don't feel good. I want the good size front forks, so in the future. But anyways, today we're gonna do a couple of things for Peter's bike. He's got an oil cooler he wants to put on. I'm not really sure this is gonna work. I'm gonna see how I'm gonna make that work. We'll figure that out. He's got some new levers, front brake, rear brake, because these are pretty janky. His front brake that he bought is not going to work, so I'm going to have to trim it just like I did on the Project 190. You know, same idea pretty much. So that should be fun. But other than that, he wants this master cylinder for the rear brakes. Probably for looks. Going to bleed the system or the brakes might be crappy anyway on this bike, because I think it keeps losing pressure, so I don't know. But on top of that, he needs a valve adjustment. I put in a new pad for him because the one I had that I bought for this bike was the hole for the inside for the bar was too small, so I couldn't use it. And he has the handlebars with a smaller hole, and I just gave him my pad and I took his. And this pad is much better, in my opinion. I like these ones, this foam pad, versus like those kind. I don't like these kind, but oh well. Works for him, works for me, so it is what it is. But let's get started. We got some work to do. While we were here, we took off Peter's CDI, which is bigger, put it on our Pitster Pro X4 project. And by the way, these bikes have the same engine, both 190s, exactly the same. This did not solve my bogging issue. We got the freshy clutch lever put on. So we need to get some grinding wheels to be able to cut the new one. Yeah, just got a couple things to do. Clean up the carb a little bit, so let's get on to it. So we've been cutting this piece, the little chunk that was on there. Try to match this, and more so trying to match it here. Like I said before, this is the different kind of brake. This is kind of a interesting master cylinder. We done this. JP welded this little thing on there because we didn't have the right parts. It's got a little tiny bit more grinding to do, so let's finish up and get this brake lever on. Alright guys, so we finally got it on. Some cutting, got it to fit. Right here it was touching, I was fighting that a little bit. I was trying to get that down here to line up good. we fixed this brake. It was all like twisted up. We had to take this little line, flip it around. Had to bleed the front brakes. We wiped off the dust seal here. But I think the seal here is ripped because there's oil that seeps through these dust seals. We try to clean it up to see maybe if we could clean the dust around the inside, it'll be fine, but didn't help, so probably gonna need new ones. Now we're doing the valve adjustment. Got the cover off, got these sides off, 14mm here. I'm gonna flash the light in there, and you guys are probably not gonna see anything at all, but basically you're looking for the T sign on there for top dead center, and then the lines here need to be side to side, and yeah, then we should be at top dead center. Then we can adjust the valves, I believe 0.003, 0.003 to 0.004 down here. I'll put you guys in a time lapse while I get this done, finished up. Alright, valves are adjusted. 0.003 inches at the top for the intake, and 0.003 to 0.004 at the bottom, somewhere right in the middle. So now everything should be good. So I tried to start it earlier before the valve adjustment, it wouldn't start. So I'm wondering if the wires got pinched somewhere, but we're about to find out. We're gonna try to start it again, and fingers crossed it starts. Well, we got some good news, boys. We got that Mikuni carburetor. So far, Mikuni's never let me down. So, fingers crossed, she ain't gonna let me down this time either. Check past spark. So there's spark, just checked. I had the kill switch on backwards. Let's try it again. Well, she seems to be running okay. A little on the low RPMs, I'll say. Might adjust that, but I'm gonna take it for a quick spin. Original issue, top end bog. So we're gonna see if we can fix that. And yeah, compression definitely feels a lot better after the valve adjustment. When you kicked it over before, it was super like smooth and like soft. Now it has some compression, some kickback as well. Took it out for a spin. Runs great. No more top end bog. Has plenty of power. Compression feels great now. Has a lot of compression. No, it like kicks back now hard if you don't do it properly, kind of like my bike does. I was gonna do a valve adjustment on mine too, but mine feels like this one feels now after the valve adjustment, so I'm not really gonna mess with that. Tire is like flat on this. I think the front is a little low as well. On the street right now with these studs, not easy. It's like sliding around. So not so fun, but she is finished, boys. I'm gonna take my filter back off. This was just temporary for Peter because his is really dirty. I'm gonna probably clean his up for him as well. And then when he picks it up, it should be nice and dry. So let's get the new carb onto my bike now. Alright, carburetor's installed. Choke on. Fuel on. A couple little bursts. Let's see if she fires up. Okay, let's turn in. Half turn. That's confusing. Both carbs I've gotten so far choke up and the idle is high. Choke down. Or no, choke down, idle is high, choke up, but idle is low. Wonder if it has anything to do with that exhaust leak. That's confusing. Alright, so it's not really working so well. It's being weird, like always. So maybe there was nothing wrong with my old carb. Which, then I kind of feel bad for the people who returned that one. Alright, let's see, we'll just do a valve adjustment. Just get that out of the way just in case. Alright, valve adjustment done. Let's see how the bike runs now. I mean, still has like, it runs a little weird. I'm almost thinking that something's up with the intake. Maybe there's like a leak somewhere. It's getting air before the carb, a leak. I don't know. But let's just see how she runs at least. With this tuning stuff, but I think I'm done messing with it. We put on Peter's intake. Peter's. Seems to run a lot better, so, well, like, I can actually floor it. So maybe there's like a crack somewhere in here that I need to try to fix. Alright guys, that's gonna end off today's video. Did some work to Peter's bike, got it nice and ready to go for doing some riding. Hopefully we're gonna get some riding done for you in the next couple of days. The weather's gonna be nice in the 60s, and that's just perfect. We do gotta get rid of the studs because holy cow, it's hard to freaking drive these bikes with the studs on, especially on the street. Even though we're gonna be doing dirt riding, probably fine in the dirt, I might need to remove them, or I might just keep them if we're gonna do strictly dirt riding this weekend. But if we do any kind of streets, that's not gonna happen. That's way too hard to ride, or I'll just take the 140 back there. But new carb is on the bike. She's running good. We got the Peter's intake put on there. We tried it out, and then we took my intake back off, cleaned it all up, made it nice and sealed, and it seems to be working good. So I don't know, no more bog anymore at the bottom, so that's awesome. Has backfiring, but it is what it is. As long as it's running good and everything, and there's no bogging. So excited for Peter to pick up his bike. It's looking good. I like the touch that he did with the red levers, matches the red colors there, some of the red on the Maserati stuff, or the stickers. Should be good to go, guys. So if you stuck around this far with us, thank you so much. Please consider liking and subscribing, and we'll see you guys in the next video.